Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. On today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at single mothers who are trying to date, and we're going to be kicking it off with this woman right here who says, being a single mother is so lonely. She says, the loneliness of being a single mother hurts. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to Locke the Bounty Hunter for sending in today's videos for us to cringe at. I'm going to leave his channel linked in the pinned comment. And without further ado, let's take a listen. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
I feel like the loneliness of being a single mom hurts. It's been over a year since I've been intimate with anyone. And for someone who had been in relationships for 10 straight years, that's a really weird feeling. I'm at the point now where I don't even remember what it's like to kiss someone.
Okay, so first of all, right off the bat, I don't believe that at all. A lot of these women who say that they've been celibate for 1 year, 2 years, whatever, working on themselves, building their career, usually it's a straight up lie. Now, I don't know this woman's particular story, but I'm always inclined to not really believe it off the bat. Typically, especially if these women are single mothers. Okay, so the dude is no longer in the picture, whether that be because she's kicked him out or because he decided to leave. In any case, her decision-making process isn't all that great. So I don't really believe the whole, oh, I haven't been intimate for a full year when we are a single mother. I just don't buy it.
Is that weird feeling? I'm at the point now where I don't even remember what it's like to kiss someone. Is that weird? It's literally been so long that I don't remember what it's like to have a warm body next to me. To have someone text me I love you, to cuddle next to someone on the couch while we watch Netflix. All of those mundane little things you do in a relationship, like even beyond the intimacy and the sex. I don't even remember that stuff anymore. Is that weird?
I think, you know, whenever videos like this, people make videos like this, the first thing they always try and do is like paint themselves as the victim, right? Like, oh, look how difficult it is for me. I'm so lonely. I don't get any attention. Which, by the way, guys, like anyone who understands this stuff knows that women can get attention on social media super easy. Like it's not as though they're hurting for love and affection from people. Okay, it doesn't really matter. If you're a woman and you go crying on the internet, you will have people in your DMs trying to comfort you and all of this kind of crap. So like when women say that they're lonely, you know, I don't really buy it. I really don't. At least it's not the same kind of loneliness as men experience anyway. But you know what else is really questionable about these videos, guys, is the amount of filters that these women use. Obviously, their skincare is terrible, which brings us to today's video sponsor, Tiege Hanley. So guys, Tiege Hanley is a skincare company that helps men start and maintain a skincare routine by making the entire process really simple. It is literally the best skincare system for guys like you and me, and although you may not be an animated vampire, I know that you will love it too. The best way to start with Tiege Hanley is with their level 1 system, which is what I currently use, and it comes with all of the basics. You get a daily face wash to get rid of all the dirt and grime on your skin. You get a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin. You get an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 to help with sun exposure, and you also get a PM moisturizer so that you stay healthy and hydrated throughout the night. Tiege Hanley is great because every single box comes with an instruction card that literally tells you when to use each product, how much of each product to use, and in exactly what order. There's absolutely no thinking involved. They make it super simple, so even if you are a male feminist watching this, there's a high likelihood that even you have the IQ to use this skincare system properly. And guys, Tiege Hanley is the first sponsor I have ever had on this channel aside from myself, and the reason why I chose them, despite the fact that I get bombarded with sponsorship opportunities, is because I actually use them and they've improved the quality of my skin. They have tons of 5-star reviews on their website from customers in different places all over the world. And not only do you get amazing skin, but as a member of Tiege Hanley, you also get a lot of benefits. You get 20% off of the retail price. You have the ability to customize your box, deals that nobody else gets, the ability to pause or cancel your order at any time. And if you live in the US, you also get free US shipping. And guys, because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they are offering you a great deal. Just click the first link in the description and you'll get 30% off of your first box plus a free gift. As a special bonus, the free gift includes either a stylish dop kit or a high quality towel, so don't miss out on this deal and click that link to get started today. But back to today's episode.
Is that weird? The intimacy and the sex? I don't even remember that stuff anymore. Is that weird? It sucks, and I miss it. I'll be real with you, I miss it. People say, yeah, but you've got your kid, you shouldn't be lonely. And that's true, my daughter is my life, she's my everything, and I would die for her. But she's a toddler. When I'm not working my 9 to 5, I spend my free time speaking nonsense and asking rhetorical questions and babbling with a kid who's still in diapers. It's mentally exhausting. It's a whole other level of lonely to go through something as taxing as motherhood and have no one at the end of the day to kick back with, have a good fuck, and have a good, deep, long philosophical conversation.
Okay, so first of all, cringe just mentioning that on TikTok. Like, the amount of crap these people say on TikTok, which, to be honest, that should just be better left in their own head, is absolutely astounding. But the reason why it's so hard to work a 9 to 5 and to be a mother to a toddler at the same time is because you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to raise a kid with a mother and a father. It's really simple. You know, people always try and deviate from this, and they're like, well, what, you know, like, if you have a single mother, you're not supposed to be raising the kid without a father in the picture. The kid's going to grow up worse for it. You're going to be racing around trying to work your 9 to 5, you know, handing your kid off to some daycare center that's teaching them crap that they probably don't even want to know these days, okay? Like, it's just not good. And the reason why it's so hard, right, is because womanism has sold these women the idea that you can have everything. You can have a family, you can have a career, you can have a man. And what a lot of these women find out the hard way is that, you know, trying to raise a kid by yourself, even though a lot of these women get government assistance or money from the men or whatever, it's not actually something that's supposed to be done by yourself. And I don't feel sympathy because, you know, if you wanted a father for your kid, number one, you could still get one, right? There's plenty of simps out here who would be willing to raise a kid that's not their own. But number two, if you had the select, I don't know if this, the only case in which I'd have empathy for this woman is if she was a widow. If she's not a widow, then I'm sorry, it's her own decision. She either chose a guy who was not a father, right? Like, who was going to run away and not look after the kid, or more likely she chose a dude who, you know, she got sick of, got rid of. But unless she's a widow, it was one of those two things. So I don't feel any sympathy for single mothers, and I don't like the idea that society encourages it, especially when it harms the children. Like, in the long run, it's going to be the hardest for the child, because the child's going to grow up without a father.
Level of lonely to go through something as taxing as motherhood and have no one at the end of the day to kick back with, have a good fun, and have a good, deep, long philosophical conversation. Sorry guys, just keeping it real. Don't get me wrong, being single again, especially after the debacle that was my marriage with my ex, was good for me. It was good to be single again and spend some time reconnecting with myself.
Yeah, I don't buy the celibate thing, guys. This whole, like, reconnecting with myself, going with a healing journey, blah, blah, blah. So she just told us what it was. So this is a divorced woman who's now a single mother. It sounds like she has custody of the child, so the father doesn't have custody of the child. You know, and this is why marriage is such a bad idea for men as well, by the way, while we're on the topic, is you can just lose your kids. Like straight up, the woman can just get full custody of your kids. Paint the dude as a bit dangerous, and there you have it. Okay, even if the dude isn't actually dangerous. You know, and dudes are out here getting married, they think that this is the end goal and everything like that, and maybe back in the day it was, but in current society, women are incentivized to break the marriage. But so she chose a guy who, I don't know, in her words, was a debacle. So why would you choose him? Why would you marry him, right? This is always the argument. Oh, my ex had so many red flags. He was a narcissist. He was this, he was that. Okay, why did you marry him? And why did you have a kid with him? Oh, I just didn't spot the signs. Really? For years, you just didn't spot the signs. You decided to have a kid with the dude. Like, get out of here, man.
But damn, I really miss having someone on my level, physically, mentally, emotionally. And I'm starting to feel like now that I'm a mom, finding a quality dude is only going to be that much harder. I work full time, I don't have a car, I don't have the patience for online dating. Like, I literally don't have the time to share my life story with tons of dudes who I won't even know if anything will go far with them. And now that my daughter and I are a package deal, I have to be extra selective of any dude I choose to bring into my life from this point forwards.
Yeah, so any dude who, you know, enters her life previously, oh, she doesn't have to be extra careful about that, right? You don't need to be extra careful about the man you choose to marry or the man that you choose to have a kid with. But now that you need help, right, raising a child, now we need to be extra, you know, cautious of the type of guy that we choose. We need to make sure that he's going to be around for the long haul. You know, he's got to stay the entire time. So it's always about auditing. It's funny, right? Because when we have a kid, now it's very important the quality of the man that comes after. But the man that we had the kid with, you know, just throw that out the window, I suppose, because we go through all of these debacles. My ex was a narcissist, blah, blah, blah. Really interesting. And now she's a package deal. So any dude who wants to date this woman now has to take care of a kid that's not his own, on top of, you know, dating her.
Because I think we'll go far with them. And now that my daughter and I are a package deal, I have to be extra selective of any dude I choose to bring into my life from this point forwards, because it's gonna affect her too. It's just a lot sometimes. The loneliness is a lot. And
you know what else is going to affect the child in the long run as well? Not having a father to begin with, and having to have a stepfather in the first place. You know, if we were selective and very careful with the men or the man that we chose to have a kid with from the beginning, we wouldn't be in this situation to begin with. That's the thing that always gets me, is like, okay, we can have a kid with some bad boy or some good guy who we end up not liking down the road, and then you have the kid with him, you take the kid from him, and then you go and try and get the kid to be raised by another guy who's going to stick around for the long haul because you're a package deal now, right? And notice how all of this is covered in I'm a victim status.
this is a lot. It's just a lot sometimes. The loneliness is a lot. And the unknown of the future is a lot. The what ifs, what if I'm single for the rest of my life? What if I never have sex again because I'm not a 21-year-old hooking up with random guys at the club? What?
Well, I don't understand why this woman has brought this up so many times in the video, by the way. Like, again, these people release this video to the public. This is not some private video that I hacked this woman's phone to get. Like, you know, these are publicly available videos on the internet where people are talking about these things. And we don't run out of content. Guys, you might have noticed this. You know, people comment this all the time, like, Taylor, how don't you run out of content? It's because the content doesn't end. You can literally collect hashtags on these platforms, and every single day there will be new videos in those hashtags. Like, the content does not run out ever, at all. And like, there's not just me covering it. We have other members over here at Fiend Gang, guys. We literally can make full compilations of this crap, you know, and it just doesn't run out. And they just tell things like this to strangers on the internet. But this woman has brought this up like, what, 3 times now in this video, that she needs to be satisfied. Like, okay, you don't really need to say it on the internet, but whatever. So she's not 21 anymore, and she can't be hooking up with the guys at the club anymore. Let's run it back.
The loneliness is a lot. And the unknown of the future is a lot. The what ifs, what if I'm single for the rest of my life? What if I never have sex again because I'm not a 21-year-old hooking up with random guys at the club? What if there are no quality guys left and one who will accept a single mother at that? Whew, I don't know, guys. It's a lot.
Yeah, so to answer the question, quality men don't date single mothers. They might date them once and figure out real quick that it's a waste of their damn time, but I don't think quality men date single mothers. They don't take them seriously at all. I've heard the phrase recreational use only, but a lot of guys who respect themselves, they don't want to raise a kid who's not their own, right? And that's no disrespect to the kid. Hell, you're the one that put the kid in the situation, you know what I'm saying, right? If anything, it's disrespect towards the woman. But at the end of the day, the kid's going to be the one suffering growing up without a father figure in the picture. And I don't say that to like crap on the kid or be mean to the kid or whatever. It's just a bad hand that they've been dealt from the start because the woman couldn't choose the dude who she's going to have a kid with properly. Okay, and it's the same story every time, guys, right? Oh, he's a deadbeat father, you know, he's a narcissist, or he turned out to be something that I didn't think he was. All of this crap, which, by the way, you can judge a person and understand a person very quickly. Like, this idea that, oh, he started showing red flags after 3 years. Like, what the hell do you mean? The guy looked like he was going to cheat on you within 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? These people cannot choose partners for the life of them, man. They just absolutely can't do it. But let's continue into the next clip here. And again, I haven't seen any of these, so we're getting a headache here together. Let's continue.
Been in isolation for about 2, 3, in some regards, 6 years. And dating, I don't have it in me anymore. Like I don't have the energy to create a profile on anything. Going out, it's just I don't have anything in common with these people. Like, I don't see people as fitting anything of what I enjoy anymore. And when I do, they're always way younger than me, which means they haven't lived the things that they need to live in order to be on the level that I'm at. And I don't want to play therapist.
Hang on. Okay, so I stopped listening, but what is this word? I swear people are just they have no actual problems in their lives. They just make up words. I don't even know what the hell this means. She says, I'm sapiosexual and most people don't have the intellectual chops to keep up with me. Is this satire? Like, has Locke just sent me a video that's just complete satire? Are we just mocking things? Like, I tune out, right? And I do this a lot during the videos because like my brain at a certain point refuses to take any more of what they're saying, right? But I can still see the words on the screen. People are just like, they have no actual problems in their lives, no real struggles, so they just start making up words like these nowadays. You know, what even is that?
Boy anymore. And when I do, they're always way younger than me, which means they haven't lived the things that they need to live in order to be on the level that I'm at. And I don't want to play therapist. Go to therapy, you guys. Not saying that I wouldn't under certain circumstances, and that's fine, but like, put in the work. I've put in the work. You put in the work. And then we can meet on some good ground, or else I don't have the energy for that.
I don't know why this woman, as a single mother, is trying to bargain with these people. You know, these are dudes who, like, why would they date single mothers in the first place? And yet these women, they always position it as though it's some sort of positive thing for the dude to welcome into his life, dating a single mother. And to be honest, a lot of these younger dudes, they're probably not actually interested in dating you. They're probably just looking to have some fun. I see a lot of these videos actually where the women will complain. They'll be like, well, I don't want to date younger dudes because they're too immature. And then they go on to say, so that leaves me with only the older dudes, but they're no more mature either. They're still wanting to be players. Right? Some of these 30, 40-year-old dudes, like, they don't want to commit to you either, man. These guys are having fun. A lot of these guys have worked too damn hard to get into a relationship with you, to look after a kid that is not their own, and risk all of their financial resources dealing with you. It's just not worth it.
I'm a single, and then we can meet on some good ground, or else I don't have the energy for that. I'm a single mother with full-time custody of my child. I have my own business. Like, I also am recently figured out that I'm autistic. Well, last November.
What a way to advertise yourself, by the way. Oh yeah, I'm a single mother. I've got a business. Okay, so that's 2 for 2, and I'm autistic on top of that. And I don't have anything against autistic people. I couldn't care less, to be honest with you. But like, why? Like, what is this pitch, man? You know, like, she's like, man, I got all of these things in my life I'm dealing with. I don't need no man. Okay, date yourself then. Enjoy the cats. I believe the joke is people investing in cat food and boxed wine, guys, and honestly, it doesn't sound like a bad investment at this rate, does it?
Recently figured out that I'm autistic. Well, last November. And I'm unpacking that. Like, I've got a lot on my plate. If you can't come and add to my happiness or take some burdens off of me, I don't fucking want you. And I have very little time to go out with people. So it's like, you have to be like creme de la creme for me even to think about going out with you, because I only get one chance a month because of what my ex set up, so that he doesn't have to be an active parent. It's all on me.
Right. So There is so much garbage to unpack here. But you have to be cream of the crop, guys. This is a woman who's just throwing around terms that she clearly has no idea what they mean. So she says she's autistic. She's a sapiosexual, apparently. And she's a single mother who has full-time custody of the kids, by the way. So this is a dude who's missing out on seeing... She's already yoinked some kids, right? And, but you have to be top of the top in order to date her. You know, sometimes I watch these videos and I genuinely, like, I think to myself, is this a skit? Like, is this actually a skit? Or is she being serious? But the sad truth is, I think she's being serious. Like, really, I do.
Or I have to spend $200 just to go on a date to get a babysitter. I want
Damn, bro, should have thought about that before you became a single mother, but anyway.
to live comfortably. I want all my bills paid. I want to make sure that my daughter's well taken care of. I want breaks from my daughter, even though I love her dearly. I'm also autistic and need a lot of alone time, which I don't ever usually get because I have a selfish ex-husband. So if you come in and try and be somebody who is going to be like, oh yeah, I'll so show her that it's like nice in the beginning and then I'll rip it out from underneath her. Yeah, no, that's instant goodbye. I'm not going to waste my time with you.
So here are the things that she won't accept. I don't know what Davo is, but she says love bombing and future faking. So, so if you don't know what love bombing is, this is something I've explained a few times, but it's basically where someone just says that they love you and care about you and see a future with you and all this crap right off the go and right off the bat. And these single mothers, they get so excited, right? Because a dude's offering them a future, right? Some stability, perhaps some finances, etc. Someone who's actually going to stick around. And then they find out. So love bombing is basically when you do that. Typically, it's not genuine. It's like a manipulation strategy. This only really works if the woman's attracted to you or she's desperate, you know, for the stability. But she's also complaining about future faking, so dudes pretending that they actually see something serious with her. And this is what happens when you're a single mother, right? Is like, dudes will come along, and because these women are so desperate for a dude to actually stick around and to care for kids that are not their own, these things are very appealing to these women because they get so excited about it. It's honestly very sad.
Yeah, no, that's instant goodbye. I'm not going to waste my time with you. It's going to
She's wasted her time multiple times with men who do that.
be like, okay, you can't do that. You can't handle that. Got it. All right, bye. None of this like prolonged misery. How much will she stand and take from me before I have to be like, oh, babe, I'm so sorry. There is no second chances. You need to stop being a piece of shit. That's really what men need to start doing. They need to stop being stupid.
Yeah, guys, men need to stop being stupid. And the irony of this video is insane.
Credit to my last one, my ex. He was very kind. He was awesome. He was probably the most healthiest relationship I've ever had. Was great. Just was almost 10 years younger than me. So he wasn't quite where I needed him to be at for me to be happy. Again, everybody go to therapy.
Wait, so let me get this clear before we wrap up the episode. The dude who you had a kid with, who you were married to, I think she was married to him, as you said, right? Yeah. Or the ex, whatever, the ex-boyfriend. I don't know. He was 10 years younger. So why did you get... If he's... Notice how the nice guys, right, get kicked out of the life, by the way. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. So as always, don't forget to drop your comments, leave your thoughts, and make sure you take care of yourselves. And I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.